Okay, everybody, we are in third period, and third period, very cruelly and hilariously, decided I was going to make a vest out of this peace and love fabric. So we're going to make a vest out of this peace and love fabric. So as you can see, let's study the worksheet here. A vest involves a front and a back, but it has no sleeves. So all we actually really have to do is piece 1 and piece 2, and then what we're going to do is we're going to cut piece 1 down the middle and add buttons. We're changing this to 8 inches, so make sure you have that as 8 inches. And what we've got to do is we just got to get our measurements, and we'll have what we need for piece 1 and piece 2. So the most important measurement, we'll start with the waistline. What it says is waistline divided by 2 plus 4. The reason it's waistline divided by 2 is that there's a front and a back, so together they have to make it around your waist. The plus 4 is so it has a little bit of room so it's not too tight. So waistline divided by 2 plus 4. So I take this, put it around my waist, and I check. And what I see here is 38. Okay, so 38 divided by 2. What's 38 divided by 2, everybody?
19.
19. So that's 19 plus 4. So 19 plus 4 is 23. So the base of my rectangle is going to be 23. Now the next measurement we need to know is this measurement, which is hip bone to shoulder. So hip bone, your hip bone is basically the bottom of your pocket. We go to the top of the shoulder. If you're wearing a shirt, which hopefully you are, the top of the shoulder is marked by the seam on the top of your shirt. It's pretty obvious. So there we go. 27 is what I've got right there. 27 inches. So this one is 27 inches. So we basically got an overall rectangle of 23 by 27. The next measurement is hip bone to armpit. We're going to measure hip bone to armpit. So again, the hip bone is the bottom of the pocket. The armpit isn't your actual armpit, but the bottom of where the sleeve of your shirt comes out. And for this one, I'm getting 20. Okay, so we have the 3 measurements that we've got here. Then we've got this little triangle. So think about this. This is already given as 3. That's going to be 3 for everybody. This distance is the difference between this and this. So 27 minus 20 is 7. So that's going to be 7 inches for that triangle. And everybody's going to have an 8-inch diameter head hole. So we've got all of our measurements. So pretty much we're ready to start cutting the fabric. So that's going to be the end of the first video. Oh, I'm sorry. No, we're going to do the math. Just kidding. Come behind me. Okay. So now we have to do the math. The main rectangle for piece 1 has a base of 23 and a height of 27. So the area is going to be really simple. It's just going to be 23 times 27. So 7 times 3 is 21. 7 times 2 is 14. Plus 2 is 16. Put a 0. 2 times 3 is 6. 2 times 2 is 4. It is going to be 621 units squared for the rectangle. So 621. And then 2 of these triangles. So the triangle here is 3 times 7 divided by 2. So 3 times 7 is 21. 21 divided by 2 is 10 and 1/2. But there's 2 of them, so 2 times 10 and 1/2 is 21. And then 3/4 of the head hole. So think about this. If the head hole has a diameter of 8, then it has a radius of 4. So what it's going to be is pi times the radius squared. 4 squared is 16. So 16 pi. Here it says 3/4 of 16 pi. So this is something pretty simple. What you do is you multiply by 16 over 1. That crosses out. What you end up with is 3 times 4, or 12 pi. So 3/4 of 16 pi is 12 pi. And then we'll think about this. Pi is a little bit more than 3. So 3 times 12 is 36. A little bit more. I think it's pretty safe to call it 38. Again, this doesn't have to be exact. Anyway, it's 621 minus 21 minus 38. So luckily, 621 minus 21 is really easy. It's just 600. Minus 38 is 562. 562 inches squared for piece 1. Alright, piece 2 starts with the same rectangle as piece 1, so it's also going to be 621 because it's exactly the same, has the same base and the same height. These 2 triangles that you cut out, by the way, it should be minus, not plus, because you're cutting them out, not adding them. They're the same as they were in piece 1, so that's also 2 times 10.5, so that's going to be 21. Now it's minus 1/4, because again what's happening is that piece 2, as you can see, has less of the circle, because piece 1 is the front, where most of your head and neck is. Piece 2 is the back, where a lot less is. So it's only going to be 1/4 of the circle. Again, this is very approximate. But again, the circle has an area of 16 pi, so 1/4 of 16 is 4 pi. 4 pi, 4 times a little bit more than 3. I think it's safe to call it approximately 12 and 1/2, and we're not going to be any more uptight than that. So about 12 and 1/2. So what we've got is 621 minus 2 times 10.5 means minus 21 minus 12.5. So 621 again minus 21 is 600. Minus 12 and 1/2 is 587 and 1/2. And because piece 1 and 2 is all we need for the vest, the two of these pieces together are the total area of the vest. So we've got 562 plus 587 and 1/2. 562 plus 587 and 1/2 will be our total area. So there we go. 2 plus 7 is 9. 6 plus 8 is 14. 1 plus 5 plus 5 is 11. Therefore, 1,149.5 inches squared is the total fabric area that we're using for the vest. So that's it for the first video. Next video is going to be us doing the cuts and starting to make the vest. Thank you very much.